We're here in Wisconsin where there is a wealth of public land, and I'm here with Ed from BaseMap.
Nice.
Ed, tell everybody a little bit about BaseMap and how you would hunt on public land.
So BaseMap is great because it's going to show you that public land. A lot of us don't have land in Wisconsin. Some people hunt, the same tree that their grandpa hunted in 100 years ago. But a lot of us have to go on public. So it's going to keep you on that public, because obviously the private land people don't want you on their property. So you can find that public land, you can e-scout it without even having to go there. Try to find some clear cuts or some trails, some hidden gems, mark waypoints, mark trails. Heck, if you're brave enough to put a trail camera out there, you can mark where your trail camera is. There's just a lot of information that we provide that will help you on public land.
Now, I was playing around with your app, looking at a couple of the public areas, and the in-depth, the high definition that you got. The area I was looking at is a big marsh, but you could clearly see the trails. Now, I didn't go look at it. I don't know if they're deer trails or they're people's trails, but there are trails.
Right. Yeah, that's one thing that we have is super high definition, satellite imagery. So you can really zoom in and try to see those trails, and pinpoint hopefully where deer are moving to and from.
Nice. When I'm hunting on public land, I'm always looking for some features. So what I've learned in whitetail hunting in the past is if you can find something that's a little different in that area. So if it's a big marsh and there's a clump of 4 trees or there's a big clump of willow brush, that is like the hot spot in that area. You know what I mean? That's where all the deer, and when you're looking at your maps, again, when I was playing around in the high definition, I could see the trails going around that area. So I know that deer are out there. It's just when are they using it?
Right, and again, that helps from your e-scouting, because if you don't have time to get boots on the ground, if you're living in a different part of the state and you're driving out here and you don't have time, you can at least pinpoint, okay, this is where I want to go set up a tree stand or a trail camera. Kind of limit how much time you're out in the woods and get to an area that you want to hunt.
And some of these public areas really are, even though they're immense, to access them are very, very small. You know what I mean? If you don't know that access point, you don't even know it's there.
Right. It's nice that it shows you, it's highlighted in a color. So you can see exactly where those boundaries are. So you know where to get into that point. Because if it's a little funnel and it opens up, you know exactly where to walk and where not to walk.
So Ed, the last couple times you mentioned e-scouting. What's entailed? What do you do?
So, obviously you can e-scout from your phone or your tablet. But I tell you what, one of the easiest ways to do it is to go to basemap.com and log into your account. Because now you get that map on your computer screen, okay? So you really want to pinpoint the areas you're looking for or find those trails, you could do that online, okay? So if you start drawing marking waypoints or drawing trails, anything you do on web transfers to your mobile device, and anything you do on your mobile device transfers to web. So if you want to really e-scout like a pro, you go on the computer and do it.
Which is perfect for some older guys. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. And when you're looking at a phone, who's got a phone that big? I got the biggest phone you could possibly have. You know what I mean? And it's still, sometimes I struggle, especially if I'm, so that would make perfect sense. Using my big old computer screen, and now I can see everything.
It definitely makes it a lot easier. So when you get to that spot, you've already seen it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where those clear cuts are, or where that trail, or where those, the hardwoods, oak, and anything you're looking for, you already know where it is because you've got it marked on your map before you even get to the spot.
Nice.
You just open up the app and start navigating to it.
The one thing as a hunter, so now I know what now I go into that place, I hang a tree stand. Okay, now I'm going in there first time. It's in the morning. Everything looks different when it's dark. Now, I cannot tell you how many times I've struggled finding a stand that I knew exactly where it was. That takes that fear out. Now I have it marked, right?
Right. And if you're going into that spot for the first time, obviously you don't know where to navigate. You could turn on a tracking feature where it leaves a breadcrumb trail. Okay, so okay, that was the way to go, or man, I got to find an easier way. But at least if you get in there and don't know where you're at, because obviously when the sun comes up and everything looks different, you at least know how to get back if, God forbid, you're lost.
Huge. Guys, if you are looking for a great app and you're hunting on public land, check out BaseMap. I think it's going to make anybody hunting on public land a much more successful hunter. And if nothing else, your fears of being on the wrong property or finding that perfect piece of property, you have everything you need. Check out BaseMap.